So I wanted to make a video about fish as a symbol of faith in the Bible. Now, fish are brought up a lot, and the fact that the disciples are fishermen I don't think is any accident. I've thought about this a lot, and the conclusion I've come to is that fish and fishing is inherently an act of faith. You can throw your nets in the water, but there's no guarantee that the fish are down there and that they're going to end up in your net. The same thing if you're casting a line, you don't know that the fish is going to bite. It takes faith. And so fishermen are those with that faith, and fish themselves represent that faith. So I think a good illustrative example is the end of John, when Jesus meets Peter. Well, he's out fishing and he has a fire going, which is a symbol of purification. And he asks him to, or tells him to cast their net over the side. They catch a whole bunch of fish, and then they come to shore. Peter leaps in and comes to him, and Jesus challenges him. And he's really bringing to the forefront the conflict that had occurred with Peter and his denying of Jesus. And in that exchange, what is Jesus doing? Well, just like the fire purifies, he's doing that with Peter and his beliefs. And in addition, he's providing him with that fish, that faith. Now, another great example of this is in the story of Jonah. Now, when Jonah is thrown into the sea, it says that the seaweed is wrapped around his head. And that's a symbol of shame, just like the crown of thorns is a symbol of humiliation and shame with Jesus. Now, when you feel ashamed, it makes you small. And when you feel small, God, relative to you, gets bigger. And the bigger God gets, the easier it is to have faith. The bigger your faith in Him has to be, because the less faith you have in yourself. And your faith might just grow into a fish large enough to swallow you up and carry you through the storms of your emotions until it can spit you out on your feet on dry land. So, I hope that helps.